The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Rex Lita with the news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, 3 more bodies found today in New Ireland. Madang Road in urgent need of repair. And Zach Lomax arrives in PNG. Three more bodies were found today in New Ireland province, bringing the total number of bodies recovered to 15. From the 3 retrieved today, 1 was already in Kavieng when TV1 News spoke to the East New Britain Disaster Coordinator Donald Tokunai, while 2 were still being transported to Kavieng and would have arrived there by now. Today also saw the airlifting of 2 bodies from yesterday's retrieval exercise to Nonga Hospital in Rabaul. Tokunai thanked everyone involved in the search exercise, particularly the local communities.
Today, 1 body come in, 2 yet to come. Okay, now for afternoon we will salim. Tupla kasket igulo East Britain. So mi plasanim ko kumabla nonga na nonga by talking me gender and status from the mature adults to young people. Thanks to the effort of our volunteers out in the island communities that are assisting in this retrieval corps.
The St. Francis Home Care Centre in Mendy's Southern Highlands Province has made history by releasing 6 teenagers from their care into the community on Monday, 20th of July. The teenagers, all males who had reached 18 years and over, were reintegrated into the community in an emotional ceremony.
The farewell ceremony was held at the St. Francis Home Care Centre in Mendy. The 6 teenagers who were released back into the community are Malcolm Rami, Chris Albert, Elliot Kumi, Shane Nambisi, Junior John and Anderson Ari. The boys were released as per the Lookout in Pikinini Act 2015, which states that children who reach the age of 18 are no longer children but are classified as youths or teenagers. In an emotional farewell, Director of the Care Centre, Rebecca Rami, urged the teenagers to be role models in the communities they will be reintegrated into. Chief Executive Officer of the National Office of Child and Family Services, Jerry Wapp, who was the guest of honor at the event, thanked Rebecca for raising the boys to become youths and handing them back to the community. Mr. Wapp noted that raising other people's children was not an easy task and required strong, loving, kind-hearted and caring people to do this. He said it was the first time in the history of care centers in the country to have children formally reintegrated back into the communities after reaching 18 years of age. He explained that what happened at the St. Francis Home Care Centre will be replicated in other out-of-home care centres around the country. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Child protection issues in Western Highlands will now be given prominence and adequate support following the opening of a Provincial Child and Family Services Council in the province last week.
The council was launched last Friday, July 17th, with its members sworn into office by Acting Senior Provincial Magistrate Kimberly Barham. Members include Joseph Mangbil, Provincial Administrator, John Sangom, Provincial Police Commander, Danex Kupamu, Chief Executive Officer of Western Islands Provincial Health Authority, Rose John, Education Services Executive Officer, Joshua Levy, Provincial Child Protection Officer, Agnes Mack, President of the Provincial Council of Women, and Reverend Michael Penna, Early Childhood Care and Development Center representative. Those who were not able to make it and will be sworn in at a later date include Betty Jacobs, Sister Christy Banas, and Archbishop Clement Papa representing the church. Minister for Community Development, Youth and Religion Jason Peter described the swearing-in as a very important milestone for the province. Peter said the purpose of the council is to protect and take care of children as well as strengthen families. Every child has the right to education, love, care and support. Minister Peter challenged the council members to visit all the villages, communities, wards and districts in the province and identify issues affecting children and families and find ways to address them. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of the National Office of Child and Family Services, Jerry Watt, thanked those involved for providing the environment, leadership and support for the council to be established successfully. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
The Matugar section of the North Coast Highway in Madang is at risk of being washed away by strong sea surges less than a year after repairs were carried out by the provincial government. The coastal road has already lost one lane as waves continue to erode the stoneberg barriers installed during rehabilitation works last year, creating a safety hazard for motorists.
Sugar Ward Councillor Michael Baroy has called on the national government and the Department of Works to urgently intervene before the road is completely washed away. Mr. Baroy said the community would not allow traffic to be diverted through the village if the road collapses, citing safety, land limitations, and potential law and order issues. Sumgilbar President Brendan Kennedy said the erosion problem stems from gravel extraction along the coastline in the 1950s and 1960s, which has been worsened by climate change. He questioned the effectiveness of previous repairs and urged National Works to engage contractors capable of carrying out proper feasibility studies and implementing a permanent solution. Meanwhile, provincial and district governments have provided funding for emergency works. Provincial Works says a contractor has arrived in the area and is expected to begin work on the Matugar stretch soon. Mason Lewis, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. I'll bring you the day's other stories after the break. Stay with us.
Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSB's One-Talk Wallet. BSB's One-Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Oh, what a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Use Savetu Wholesome Condom and Wambla way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Ting him. Use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Welcome back. Newly appointed Minister for Civil Aviation Douglas Tomuriesa has commended the outgoing Minister Wakegoi for his contribution to the PNG aviation industry. He gave his commendations during the takeover of the ministry yesterday in Port Moresby.
New Civil Aviation Minister Douglas Tomuriesa noted that Minister Goi had returned stability to the aviation industry in the country, and he looks forward to continuing this legacy. Tomuriesa highlighted two critical areas he intends to focus on, and that is to implement government policies and ensure the airport facilities are safe.
I'm here to work with you. I'm not here to destabilize. Feel comforted that I'm here to work with you. There are two responsibilities. Number one, we are appointed by the government to take charge of government's policy and agenda. Number two, we must make certain that our planes in the skies are safe, that our facilities are safe, the infrastructure that we have is safe for the traveling public.
During Minister Goi's tenure, the PNG's ICAO Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program effective implementation score increased from 60.7% to 80.55%, placing PNG among the leading Pacific Island developing states and within the top performing countries in the Asia-Pacific region.
So honored and proud when Minister announced that we started from somewhere in the 30s to where we are at 63 or 65%. That really picks us up in the region to be equal par with the bigger players in the industry.
Minister Goi acknowledged and welcomed the new minister. He also commended peak bodies for contributing and standing by him during his tenure as Minister for Civil Aviation.
So, we like to thank you long. You've been helping me go to camp. We have so many camp like one time. You know, I only also talk lo mouse that's all na. Or carry me go na, you plan making walk na. He's still in big name, nothing stuff. Me like to thank you long, you plan. And thank you long, CEO, Rural Airstrip, all team below you. Me like to big thank you. Thank you long, Colorado. Thank you long, welcome. Me too talk thank you long. Another plus CEO, Gloomy, Excellent Investigation Commission.
Mason Louis, TVWAN News.
Member for Moresby Northeast, John Cowper, has formally taken over the roles and responsibility of Environment, Conservation and Climate Change Ministry, following formalities yesterday in Port Moresby. Former Environment Minister Simo Kilepa was replaced by Cowper in the recent ministerial reshuffle. The Ministry of Environment, Conservation and Climate Change will be under the leadership of member for Moresby Northeast, John Cowper, for the next 8 months before the 2027 National General Elections. Cowper takes over the ministerial portfolio from member for Lufa District, Simo Kilepa, who had been the minister since 2022. The outgoing minister, Simo Kilepa, expressed gratitude to have served the country. He is proud of the achievements during his tenure and gave his wishes to the new minister.
And I trust that I have full confidence in him, that he will deliver the outstanding matters that has been left by me.
Cowper, who has previously served as housing minister under O'Neill Abel government between 2017 and O'Neill Abel government between 2017 and 2019, looks forward to do his best in this new role. He said with only 8 months left before the elections, he is not planning to change anything, but continue from where Kilepa left.
New minister, I wish you well, good health, and good luck to the two authorities that you will be leading. I wish you well, and God bless every one of you.
One of the priority areas he pledged to look into in the next 8 months is housing for the SEPA and CCDA employees. The handover takeover ceremony was witnessed by the department staff, including the Acting Managing Director of Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi.
I told Prime Minister already, I put it in NEC already, and we'll get NEC approval. Let's get it out. So all your staff can have houses.
Businesses have been left reeling amid yet more U.S. tariff uncertainty. The cost to the Australian economy is estimated at over $1.5 billion a year.
Beef may be exempt from Trump's tariffs, but that is not the case for lamb. Across the country, industries once again left to figure out the price of doing business with the United States.
It's just sort of another day, another tariff problem.
Australia is being hit with the highest tariff of 12.5%. This replaces a temporary import duty of 10% imposed after the president's sweeping Liberation Day duties were deemed unlawful.
Trump, as you know, really likes tariffs. This particular method, through this Section 301, they're called, has been shown to withstand court challenges a bit better.
Trade expert Luke Branson says that these tariffs could be in place for years.
We've obviously had quite a wild ride, a roller coaster over the last 18 months of trade policy changes led out of the United States. But this change was actually quite broadly telegraphed. The whole cost of the 12.5% looks to be about $1.5 billion on Australian exports to the United States over an annualised basis.
Businesses might absorb the extra cost or pass the pain on to their American customers.
Australian businesses had only just started to claw back the illegal tariffs that they paid to the Trump administration. Now this extra cash is going towards paying these new higher tariffs, while exporters simply wait for another curveball.
Just 2.5 years.
The imminent threat of bird flu has now reached Queensland. A dead seabird found on Moreton Island has tested positive for the virus at a local lab and is undergoing further testing interstate. It's Queensland's first suspected case. The community is being warned not to touch sick birds as conservationists and poultry farmers brace for the potential impacts.
Moreton Island's eastern shore was the scene of a worrying discovery.
We've had a suspect positive case of H5 bird flu here in Queensland.
A petrel found washed up last Saturday has tested positive for the virus in a local lab. In line with protocol, it's been sent to Victoria for further testing.
For confirmation.
Globally, H5 bird flu has had a devastating impact on some wild bird and mammal populations.
In other parts of the world, bird flu has decimated up to 50% of entire populations of things like pelicans and seabirds.
It can run rampant in poultry farms, though there have been no cases of the H5 strain in chicken meat or egg farms here.
They are well prepared, they know what they need to do for their biosecurity, and they're doing it.
We've invested early and made sure we're as prepared as we possibly can be, but obviously this is a very virulent strain and it's highly contagious.
17 cases of the H5 strain of avian influenza have been detected in wild birds nationally since last month. 10 in Western Australia, 5 in South Australia and 2 in New South Wales.
The Australian Centre for Disease Control says the risk to human health is low. Bird flu rarely spreads to humans and transmission between people is also very rare.
Conservationists want governments to spend more money to protect wildlife.
Other actions to give them more resilience, to protect them, because if they're going to decline by 30 or 40%, we need to do everything else we can.
Anyone who finds a sick or dead bird is cautioned not to touch it and to report it to the Emergency Animal Disease Hotline.
Sports is next. Zach Lomax arrives in PNG for a tour together with former Manly Seagulls coach. That story and more after these messages. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Toks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who'll get there? No, Cara, he's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation, ecstasy, what a game.
Mtambo tru lonkarim o salim na simokim. Marijuana or all drugs no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law or likolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo baim court fine enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time Halivim, Willem Australia, Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Hey PNG, get ready to brush to the beat for Colgate National Toothbrushing Day. Brush to the beat with over 480,000 registered participants this year nationwide. Brush your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day and remember to change your toothbrush every 3 months. Head over to the Colgate Pacific PNG Facebook page for more info or drop a comment and tell us a song we can brush to the beat with. Get brushing this National Toothbrushing Day with Colgate.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Thanks for staying with us. Former NRL star turned rugby union player Zach Lomax arrived in Port Moresby today, alongside former Manly Sea Eagles coach Anthony Seibold and Jared Wade from AFL Australia for a tour. The trio were welcomed with their families as part of the PNG Chiefs' ongoing preparations ahead of its entry in the NRL. The PNG Chiefs prospect Zach Lomax and former Brisbane Broncos coach Anthony Seibold arrived in Port Moresby to a welcome reception by PNG Chiefs fans and management. Upon arrival, PNG Chiefs General Manager Michael Chalmers addressed the media of the tour of the trio. He is positive about Lomax being part of Chiefs in 2028.
He's been here before, he's played here before, so he's loved it every time he's come over here. So hopefully they have a great weekend and we can move forward with Zach in the coming weeks.
Chalmers said Lomax's visit is expected to provide valuable insight and support the emerging franchise. Seibold and Wade are understood to be exploring key leadership roles within the PNG Chiefs, and this visit will play a crucial role in their decision-making. The Chiefs are expecting a positive outcome from this tour.
Willie's obviously worked with Anthony before. He's worked at NRL clubs. He's working at the moment consultant as well in AFL, so he's got such great experience, and he's brought his family over across as well. His wife's here and his daughter's here, so I'll let him speak for that. But obviously, for us, we want him to have a great weekend, and hopefully he sees his future here as well.
Their visit highlights the ongoing growing interest from experienced Australian sporting figures in supporting the development of the Chiefs franchise and contribute to the long-term success of PNG Chiefs. While Lomax was not allowed to speak to the media, former Manly Sea Eagles coach Anthony Seibold shared his experience and the opportunity to return to Papua New Guinea. Seibold returns to PNG after 30 years. Anthony Seibold has a lot of football experience. He has occupied the roles of head coach, assistant coach, and also been doing football consultant work for many years. But he also has experience working with new rugby league clubs before.
Really new club's quite different. The only experience I've had with it was in the English Super League with a Welsh team that was set up there, Celtic Crusaders. Had the first 3 years with them, and they came from second division into first division into the Super League, so that was a pretty cool experience.
It is believed Seibold will join Willie Peters as assistant coach for the PNG Chiefs, and this will not be the first time the pair have worked together.
Knowing Willie very well, having worked with him in South Sydney, I know the type of head coach that he'll be, and working for someone like that interests me a lot. As I said, I've got a relationship with Willie. It's been a long relationship. He's excelled overseas with Hull Kingston Rovers, so I think that was another attraction for me, coming to have a look this weekend. I know Willie wants to build something, so does Michael, and to be part of that would be something quite exciting. So it's great to get over in that.
General Manager for PNG Chiefs, Michael Chalmers, is looking forward to a successful tour as they continue to build the PNG Chiefs for the 2028 NRL entry. Chalmers said Seibold, along with Lomax and family, are expected to watch Digicel ExxonMobil Cup matches at Santos National Football Stadium tomorrow as part of their tour. Lomax and Seibold will not be the last players and officials visiting PNG. Chiefs are expected to bring in more players in the coming weeks on tour, providing them the opportunity to see firsthand the facilities and environment here before they make their choices. Boxing and swimming were amongst the first sports PNG participated in the Glasgow Commonwealth Games this morning. PNG made a strong introduction into 2026 Glasgow Commonwealth Games in two sports, swimming and boxing. The swimming team, comprising 4 swimmers, recorded some personal bests in both 50-meter butterfly, except for Thomas Chen, who won his first 100-meter breaststroke. In the women's 50-meter butterfly, Joanna Chen and Roxanne Kirarox, 15, both recorded new personal bests, clocking 31.90 seconds and 32.25 seconds respectively. Jayali Tomoke Garab, 17, produced an outstanding swim of 30.29 seconds to set a new Papua New Guinea national record for the 17-year-old age group, breaking the previous record that had stood since 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. In the men's 100-meter breaststroke, Thomas Chen, 21, won his heat with a time of 1 minute 9 seconds, recording his fastest swim of the 2026 season. The boxing team, on the other hand, bagged mixed performance in both men and women bouts. In the men's bout, James Paul advanced to the next round of the 65 kg boxing competition with 3-2 points win over Russell Williams of Bahamas in the round of 32. Petronella Noke represented Papua New Guinea in the women's 60 kg round of 16 against Kings Hadley from England, but lost 5-0 on points. The opposition walked away with a deserving win. Team PNG will participate in the other sporting codes in the coming days. And now the weather report. In regional forecast, southern, partly cloudy skies, areas of rain developing over Milne Bay. Mamase, isolated showers with few areas of rain New Guinea Islands, isolated showers with windy conditions, and Highlands region, isolated showers with few areas of rain. And that's being the TV1 News this Saturday, 25th July 2026. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by